this is chapter 9, Traders, Kings and Pilgrims. Chapter 9. So here are the pictures. We are going to see the questions. It may be MCQ, it may come in fill in the blanks, true, false, short question answer. So we would like to cover all the chapter, and these are the picture we are going to come back whenever it is required. The first question is, the Chinese rulers used to send gifts of silk to Iran and West Asia. Iran, West Asia. So here Iran, this is Iran, and this is Asia. So this is West Asia. So China, from China, the traders, or you can say the gift, are sent to these places. This is true. And main was silk, resham. The wearing of silk became the fashion among rulers and rich people in. So wearing silk, because silk is very slippery, very shining and smooth, it looks different. So let me take you first to this picture. This is the silk. This is how the resham or silk looks. It's so shiny. And when this dress is taken or worn, then it looks something outstanding. So we are talking about Rome. We are talking about Rome. So this area which I am talking about, all these roots, this is Rome. This is Italy. Whenever you have Italy in mind, Rome in mind, they both are almost same. Because Rome was the Samrajya. Name the place from where silk was mostly exported. From where this is exported? So as we answered, it's China. From China, silk was mostly exported. 7,000 years back, let me tell you, 7,000 years back, Chinese knew, they already knew the technique how to make silk. But we came to know, that is the world came to know, around 3,000 to 2,500 years back, how this silk can be created. So, the thing is, because trading started around 3,000 years back. So when they used to go from different place, they used to take this silk, and also the gifts were being sent. Name the ruler who controlled Silk Route effectively. Who was the ruler? He controlled Resham Marg, Silk Route, effectively. Who was that? He was actually that empire is called Kushanas. So I'll just take you to this picture. Here, this red which you see, this all is the land route of silk. The blue one is the sea route. So there are different routes, and these all routes are collectively called as silk routes. It has mountains, it goes through sea, it goes through desert. That is why it's so important at that time. And this route which I am showing here, this route, here Kushanas were there. Takshashila we have Mathura. Mathura was the second capital of Kushanas. So this rasta, this pathway, this route, Silk Route, was controlled by Kushanas, and this port, from this port, the silk will go forward. So Kushanas will be the answer. Name the rulers. Ruler used to demand payments for allowing traders to pass through the Silk Route. Now all these Silk Route, whichever you say, silk was quite expensive, and it was required also. The demand was very much. So just take a patch. Let us take that Kushana's patch again. So this patch, I'm just giving an example. So what will they say? You are going through, they'll ask the trader, okay, you are going through this path. So if you're taking 100 rupees stuff, give me 5 rupees. And we'll make sure your protection and security when you are passing through this route. So name the rulers. Again, the answer is Kushanas. From where did Fashian begin his journey back to his home, Fashian. Now let me take you here. So there are three Chinese travelers. One is Fashian, second one is Xuanzang, and third is Yijing. So the question is Fashian. From where did he started his journey back home, back to his home? So he started from Bengal. Bengal. This is Bengal. So from here he went back. Where is Nalanda located at present? Nalanda located at present. So let me just show you. He came, Yijing, he came to Nalanda to study. At that time it was a university. So Bihar, the answer is Bihar. Where is the site of Aran located? It's in Madhya Pradesh. The district is Sagar. Appar, a Tamil poet, was a devotee of the god Appar. So he was a poet, a Tamil poet, and he was a devotee of god Shiva. Bhagwan Shiv. So this is Bhagwan Shiv or God Shiv, deity Shiv. He was being worshipped by Appar, who were Nayanars. So those noble devotees graced by the Lord Shiva at that time, or they thought it that they were graced by the Lord Shiva or Bhagwan Shiva, deity Shiva, Sharan Miliya, were known as Nayanars. How many Nayanars were there? 63 Nayanars were there. 63. Name the community of Appar, the famous Tamil poet. So he was a great poet. So what is the community of Appar? So Appar, he is Appar Nayanar, also known as Nuvu Karasar, an Appar father, was a 7th century Saiva Tamil poet said. One of the most prominent of the 63. I just discussed 63 Nayanars. And he was an older contemporary of Thirungosana Sambada. So he comes from Velela community. In South India, there were 3 communities. Velalar community, Uzavar, and then Kadaisiyar or Adimai. So they belong to this first community, who were Syrian Christians. Now Christians also and Syrian also. So Syria is a Middle East country. So we are talking about Christians of Kerala. These Christians came from Syria. That is what is thought. So this area is Kerala. And very small area, very small state, but it's one of the most, you can say, developed and talked about state. 100% educated, good health facilities. So the Christians of Kerala. State the birthplace of Jesus Christ. Bethlehem. Jesus Christ born in Bethlehem. Name the port under the Cholas. So let me take you here, Cholas. So Chera Chola Pandya. Now what is the famous port? Kaveri Patnam, also called as Puhar. Kaveri Patnam or Puhar. So Kaveri Patnam. Name the ruler who was given the title of Lords of the Dakshinapath. So if you see here, so here we have, at this time, Satavahan Empire was there. It was developing. And there was a famous king. And the king, he was actually called as Gautami Putra. So this Satvahana Empire, and there are questions which are coming. Lord of Dakshinapad. What is this Satvahana empire? So here we have a path to Dakshin, that is south, Satkarani. So this north and south, the path, Dakshin path means path to the south, right? The path to go to the south. So Lord of Dakshinapad. So let me write it here. Satvahanas. Satvahanas is the answer. Name the most fertile river valley in southern India. Most, that is given in the question, in the chapter Kaveri. Kaveri Nadi, Kaveri river. So we'll write it as Kaveri. Name the most important ruler of Satvahanas. So I just told you in the previous discussion. So the important ruler of Satvahanas is Sri Satkarni. Satkarni or Satkarni. Faxian, Zhuangzhang and Yijing. Yijing were Chinese travelers, pilgrims basically. They came for Tirth Yatra. Faxian, he is Faxian. He is Xuanzang, and he is Yijing. Yijing. So Yijing, Faxian, Xuanzang. And they were Chinese Tirth Yatri, pilgrims. From where the raw silk is extracted? Raw silk is extracted. Resham, raw means it is extracted from. It's extracted from some plant or some. Let me just show you here. This is the shahtut leaf, on which some insect, the resham, the silk worm, called as silkworm. So they eat these leaves and then they develop or cover them with some stuff, okay, and like a net or a cobweb, and that is the silk. This is the raw silk. So cocoons of silkworms are, this is an insect. Now it will develop a covering outside, and that is called cocoon, and that is cocoons of silkworms. What is the meaning of the term Movendar? So Movendar is a Tamil word which means three chiefs. What does it mean? Movendar. This word we got it in Sangam Sahitya. Movendar in Sangam Sahitya is used for three chiefs, teen mukhya, three chiefs. And who are these? CCP. Let us go to the picture. We are talking about Chola Chera Pandya, CCP. Chola Chera Pandya. So these are, in South India, these were the three chiefs, or you can say Movendar. These are the only Movendars. Satvahanas became powerful in Western India. True or false? Satvahanas become powerful. This is absolutely correct. Satvahanas, let me show you the area again. This is Satvahanas, north, south, east, west. So western area, they also went there. Madurai was the capital of city of Madurai. Where is Madurai? See, this is Madurai. What do you think? Is it Pandyas or Cheras or Cholas? So it's Pandyas. Okay, it's Pandyas. Madurai was the capital of Pandyas, one of the Movendars. CCP. So all these CCP, all these Samrajya or the area, they have two point of governance. Because they are all the coastal areas. So one point of governance was on the coast. If you talk about Pandya, one of them, the inside one governance was done from Madurai. For example, if you take CCP, the Cholas or Cheras, they also have two centers of governance. So that is why Madurai was the capital of Pandyas, but one more point of governance was there. Who issued gold coins for the first time? So Kushanas issued the gold coins specifically for the Silk Route, gold coin, and they started using the gold coins. What was the purpose of gold coins? Gold coins, what was the purpose? As I said, Kushana started that. So the gold coins were used, the gold coins were given to the traders along the Silk Route. So this Silk Route, as I was saying, traders used to take this path to transfer this or to export these different stuff, mainly the silk. So this area, this. So I told you that Kushana area, gold. Now I asked this question, who composed the biography of Buddha? The answer is Ashwaghosh. Ashwaghosh composed the biography of Buddha. Biography means Jeevani in Hindi. Say if somebody else or someone else, he is Buddha and someone else writes, that is called biography. For example, Buddha would have written his own life. That is called autobiography. Ashwagosha and other Buddhist scholars began writing in English. No. That's wrong. It's in Sanskrit, so false. You can just make it false. The correct answer is Sanskrit. It's Sanskrit. What was Buddha Charitra? Buddha Charitra. So this, if you remember Ashwaghosh wrote the biography of Buddha. So the name of that biography is called as Buddha Charitra. What was the name of the new form of Buddhism? New form of Buddhism, Mahayana Buddhism. Three of them. The earliest is Theravada. Then came Mahayana. Then one more is there, Tibetan. So in different parts of the world, different form is there. Because after death of Gautam Buddha, there were different beliefs. People start confronting that this is the basic teaching, this is that basic teaching. That is how these branches came up. What is the meaning of bodhisattvas? So bodhisattva, those persons who have enlightened themselves or who have attained the enlightenment. They've got the gyan, they've got the knowledge, they have already seen the light, the real truth they have got. What is the name of the older form of Buddhism? This is called as Theravada Buddhism. Where the older form of Buddhism was more famous. So the Theravada form, Sri Lanka, Myanmar and Thailand. There are other places also. How do we come to know about the dangers faced by the pilgrims in their travels? So this is India. Now the Bihar region right now what we have, this is the place where mainly things happened. Different empires, Gautam Buddha. So Bodh Gaya, Buddha got the enlightenment. Sarnath, he gave most of his sermons. And then finally in Kushinagar, he died. So these all areas are very important, poise, pavitra, for the Buddhist and people from different country who believe in this religion or these thoughts. They come here to visit, to see. It's 3,000, 2,500 years back I'm talking about, right? So all these people who came here, and when they came here like Fa Xian, like Xuanzang, Yitzing, they wrote their travel what we call it as vlog. So they wrote everything what happened to them, or what happened when they came and went back. So Chinese Buddhist pilgrim wrote about the dangers they encountered on their travels. Name the three chiefs mentioned in Sangam poems. In Sangam Sahitya, there is a word called Movendar. Movendar. That means three chiefs. Three chiefs. And these three chiefs is Teen Mukhiya. One is Chol, the other is Chera, the third one is Pandya, CCP. Chola, Chera, Pandya. This is Chol, this is Chera, this is Pandya. So we are talking about this region. Gautamiputra Sri Satakarni belonged to the Dash dynasty. Gautamiputra. Satakarni is the king, Gautami is his mother. Satvahan dynasty, Satvahan Rajvansh, Satvahan empire. So Satakarni is the king, Gautami is the mother. That is how there were many Satvahan kings. So Satkarni is one of the famous, most known. This is the empire I am talking about. It's just in between south and north. The Christian religion first emerged in Christianity when it started, or where it started. You know, this Christianity, because Rome, Italy, Pope is also there. So if I take you to the Middle East, where Israel is there and Palestine, so there is a very pawan at one point where all these three religions, Judaism, Christianity, Muslims, all they claim that this is their basic place. Okay, so this is the area I am talking about, and that particular area is important for each religion which we have, the powerful religions today. So this is Gaza Strip, this is Israel, we have Jordan, below part. So this point I am talking about. So Christianity, Islam, and Jew, all these three religion believe, they say that our religion started from here. So Christianity began from Palestine, moved to Greece, then to Italy, and then it spread to the whole Europe. Name the place where the images of Buddha were made predominantly. Images were made, sculpture were made. Previously, Buddha were just made as a picture. He's sitting on, behind him there is a light, below a peepal tree, he is sitting and he is enlightened. Then Theravada, Mahayana, Tibetan form came. Then the images or sculpture, murtiyan, pratimaen of Buddha were made. Different forms, different shape, different angle. So, Fashian or Shwetsang or Itzig, this the middle one, he took a lot of images, and there was a hadsa also. There is an incident also had happened. So the answer you just saw. At Takshashila, a new form of Buddhist art influenced by the Greek style was developed. So what is that form of Greek style? Is it true or false? Takshashila, Nalanda, yes, true. We are talking about, this is a correct, true. Name the Sanskrit term from which the term bhakti has been derived. Bhaj, bhaj, Hari Naam bhaj, Ram Naam bhaj, 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 then bhajan, then bhagwat. All these words have come, bhakti. The Bhagavad Gita is a part of Mahabharat. Mahabharat is an epic, is a huge epic. For Sanatana Dharma, this Bhagavad Gita, which is a part of Mahabharata, is like a Quran of Muslims and Bible of Christians. Who composed biography of the Buddha called Buddha Charitra? Buddha Charitra. Who wrote Buddha Charitra? We just discussed it. Ashwagosha. Name the form of Buddhism that was popular in southeastern countries. Southeastern countries. It's Theravada Buddhism, southeastern. Okay. Even China has a airlines called Southern Eastern. So whenever we talk about Southern Eastern area, we just go to China and below, those lying below countries. In southern India, the largest number of caves meant for the Buddhist monks are located in the region of. If you go to southern India, where we find most of the Buddhist bhikshu, bhikshuni, monks, caves, and that is the Western Ghat. This is the Western Ghat. This is all Western Ghat. Name the place where the philosophy of Bodhisattvas was most popular. Bodhisattvas. The answer is China. This means that whosoever has got enlightenment, who has got the knowledge, who has got the know the truth now. So whenever he after this, it is advisable that just leave the house, go to forest and meditate. But this is not possible. Jainism, Buddhism says that if you want to get knowledge, you just come out of the house and just go to the forest, meditate. But this is not possible. Who is going to feed them? Who is going to do a lot of activities, So for normal public, it was very difficult. But China and various other countries, who all have enlightened, they can do their normal work, and they can help the monks who were pilgrims. See, Saudi Arab, we have Makkah, Medina. Islam, 5 pillars. One of the pillar is that you go to Hajj. Now people go to this place because of pilgrim. Mathura, why people go? Because for Krishna, everyone goes Mathura. Why people go to Amritsar? They have a great religious importance, Gurdwara. So these are all pilgrims. So the pilgrims were both men and women who took journeys to holy places to offer prayers. For example, from Mumbai, anybody can go to Makkah, Medina, Saudi Arab, and he is going for a pilgrimage. He is a pilgrim. So he is a Tirthyatri going for Tirth. Name a book that contains a discussion between Krishna and Arjun. So Krishna and Arjun, Krishna is assumed to be a Bhagwan. He is a Bhagwan. Arjun is one of the Pandavas. So he was fighting against Kauravas. Krishna was the charioteer. Means he was with Arjun. He was guiding also. Krishna was guiding Arjun also. So Krishna says, whoever deity you are following, just leave them, come to me. I'll give you the knowledge. I'll give you the essence of life. This discussion is in Bhagavad Gita. What was the most valued export commodity to the Roman Empire from India? Roman Empire. What is the most valued export? Export in Hindi is niryat. Means from your country things are going out. What is the most valued export commodity to the Roman Empire from India? From India, it was going to Roman Empire. So what was that? Rome, Italy. It was pepper, kali mirch, black pepper, black gold. This was so important. This was so mang iski, that is called as black gold, kali mirch. The city where Sangam literature was composed was the capital of the Dash rulers. So just see Madurai, Pandyas. You see what Pandyas? Madurai. So this is Pandya rulers. You see, Madurai is just here. Yes, this is Madurai. Let me just expand it. This is Madurai. Here all the poets would meet. They would compose. Personal devotion was the central idea of Bhakti movement. Absolutely true. That is, whosoever you like. You like Durga Mata, you like Kali Mata, you like Vishnu Mata. You just pray for them. And you don't need any priest in between. If you pray them from your heart, cleanly and they will come in front of you. Darshan denge. They can come in the form of Janwar, in the form of tree, anyway. Name the deity who shelters river Ganga in his long hair. So deity means Bhagwan. So we have Shankar Bhagwan, Lord Shankar, Lord Shiva. He shelters Ganga, means it start from here or keep here. Let me show him. See, he has jataye, he has hairs. This is where Ganga lies. Now these two questions are for you. I would encourage you to answer them, or one of them will also do, because this will check you that you have followed the whole chapter. Now you are ready for the examination. Any of one answer is most welcome. So this is all about this chapter. Thank you so much. Take care of yourself.